Hey folks, good afternoon. It's a beautiful day today. Sun is beaming down here, warm but not too warm for me, so I'm pretty happy. So I was talking to a friend of mine just a few hours ago, and we were discussing something that really is reflective in a controversial way. Let me let me put this one. So there was a scientific survey and also just general survey overall. There's evidence that the recent rise of using AI to answer certain questions, okay, even by children and even by adults, even professors I've said it, it has created not a phenomena, but a real tragedy in a sense of human interaction and human thought. There is a certain validation that we have taken out from the perspective of human thought, the idea of basically thinking about situations, creating plans, creating diverse value on what's going on. There is certain evidence that certain people, that means a large portion of our community, are now using AI to answer simplified questions that is so critical in a human's evolution that we're using AI too many times and people are not using their skill set to basically do research and things like that. And that's the discussion I've had in the last few days. Here's the perspective as a student, as a professional, and as an adult. AI is a great process of a tool, like any other tool. It doesn't matter if it's a tool for mechanics, a tool for engineers, doctors, things like that. It's still a tool. But the problem with this tool is that we have told our children and ourselves, and I've looked at a lot of data, and there's been questions asked towards professors where professors are now using AI to to grade students. Let me be blunt about it. I have no problem with AI, but I do have a problem with AI. I can have a love and hate relationship with it, but as a perspective of thought, there's nothing wrong with AI if you use AI for spell checkers, things like that. But when you do AI to do your own to do the research, then there is a problem with that. One of the things that is something that I've learned in the 1980s is still working here today in 2020s. And it's something a lot of professors, a lot of students, a lot of CEOs don't think. And it's something that is so simple. It was taught to me by my grandmother. Here's the solution. People will always answer questions based on their skill set. They might be good at answering question that is A, B, C, D, E, whatever. Some are good at uh, mathematical questions, things like that. But one of the questions that is really in root, the root of the issues, is hypercritical questions. Questions that a lot of people still use, but many companies and many organizations don't want to use. It's the hypothesis, the theory questions, the possibility questions. Here's why. You can have people answer all the questions using AI, but it's something we learned in the military, and it's something that people have to be able to learn on their feet. It's called transitional questions and transitional answers, where you are transitioning every question to fit the situation at hand, and the people should be able to answer those questions within a lightning speed if they know what they're doing. For example, if this situation happens, and this situation happens, and these are real hypothesis-based questions that can happen, and in some cases have happened. If you want to see if these people are using AI for certain skill set, these questions are important. You can't just AI generate questions if you don't know the answer. I've seen too many people says, well, the writing is great and it's AI generated. Okay, cool. But when you take the paper they wrote and you read their paper and you ask the questions, okay, you said on this statement that blah 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 happened. Then what happened if this thing happens? And what this thing happens? So you are basically asking these people to restate their thesis, their opinion, their data in a real-time occurrence. And that's the situation I'm noticing with students today, both elementary and also in college level, where I'm listening to people talking about AI. AI is a tool, but it's how we teach children and adults how to use this tool. When professors and professionals are using AI, but they're not bridging the AI solution with their own experience and knowledge, then the AI accomplishment is not an accomplishment. It's a disaster. So the question at hand is, because I believe AI is a good tool, it's how it's used, how people are utilizing AI in the functional way, where people are not using AI by the means of as a tool, but the means as an answer. When people are unable to create the answers based on their experience and the knowledge, and they trust AI to make those answers, when there is no AI, when there is no solvent solution based on the numbers and metrics, can the person really be trusted and understand that the decision and solutions they're making is theirs? And will they transfer those solutions to real-time accomplishment? So what do you think? Do you think AI is making people dumb? I'm feeling it is. And for me, I do use AI, and I'll be honest with you, but I use it in a dramatic way, because my English is different. I have to make it understandable at the level, under the level of what I am writing. I'll give an example. I write on the level of above a high school student. My writing style is collegiate, from college level, and I have to use it to basically make it simplified, to make people understand what I'm talking about. So grammatics are issue based, so I use grammar based checks. How does it sound, whatever. But research, I don't use AI for research, because in a tool, you can use AI as a tool, but you have to cross-reference the information. And that's the other issue that I'm noticing, is that people are using AI as a tool, but they're not using it to cross-reference the information that they get from AI, to see if there is a reference connection. People are thinking, oh, AI is going to do it for themselves. They are. But when you're asking a question and they're referencing AI as their solution, and they don't even understand what they're writing, then what's the point of AI? And are you teaching the tool, or is the tool giving you the answer without you being taught? That's the dilemma we have right now. So what do you think? Is AI making people dumb? Hit me if you have an idea or thought. And if you think AI is making people dumb, what's the solution? So for now, take care, stay safe, and of course,